High School's Blue Book mobile app, and this CMS allows school administrators to manage two major components of the app, namely their student roster and push notifications. Let's go ahead and log in. The first section that we will review is the student roster. This contains a list of all the students that are currently enrolled in the school. It allows the administrator to manage things, simple things like simple demographics like name, address, phone number, email address, as well as their parent, guardian information, and relationships for push notification tags, which will be discussed later. If we go to an edit screen, we can see that there are this simple demographics, first name, last name, those kinds of things, address, and then additional information. We also have a flag that allows them to indicate that this particular student record is to be shown or not shown in the student directory that appears in the mobile app. The section at the bottom is the place where you can relate this particular student to any or one or many tags in order to be used during push notifications. It's very simple. You just simply grab the tag that you wish to relate the person to and drag it to the related tags. If there's one tag that you would prefer not to have, you can simply click the X and it'll be pushed back to the available tags. Once you've selected the appropriate tags, all you need to do is hit the Save button, and it updates the record and indicates to the user that the record has been updated. Once we then we can move on to push notifications. The first section will be discussed is the tags themselves. This section allows the administrator to actually create the tags that show up in the available tags list. It's an open-ended box. It can be anything and everything, limited, I believe, to about 50 characters. Here it's just a simple string. You can make changes and save. Again, we also have to give them the ability to remove tags for those that are no longer used. Any relationships that exist for that tag will also be removed from the back-end database. Now we can move on to the send functionality. Send allows the administrator to create a push notification which is sent out through PushWish's API. It is built in the wizard type function. And to launch the wizard, you simply click the send. And the first step is to indicate which type of notification you want to send. There are three options. One is to send to all students in the database. The second is to send to a specific student only. And finally, send to one or more notification tags. If we pick all students, the next step will be to indicate additional criteria. For all students, no further criteria is required, so we can simply continue. For the third step is to actually enter the message. And it's limited to 205 characters. That is the limit for PushWish itself. And finally, if we click continue, it will give us a confirmation page where you can review the items that you have entered and confirm these selections. Once you've confirmed it, then you can click the send and it will send the message. It will also indicate to you that the message has been sent. If we go back to the send, we can again see that the message was sent. We can review the message details. It gives us everything in a read-only format very similar to what you saw on the confirmation page. In addition, it provides the PushWish ID if that is ever needed for lookup reasons. Let's look at a couple of the other options. To send to a specific student, the next section would be to indicate which student you want to send it to, and that's an active search text box, which would allow you to type any of the four items, including the student's number, the student's first name and or last name, and the student's email address. As you type, it gives you a list of available options that match the items that you've selected. Then you can click select the individual that you want to send a message to, click continue, and again you get that screen which allows you to enter the message that you need. Actually, let's do something a little bit more appropriate for a single person. This would allow them to send a message specifically to this person selected and only to that person. So it's very personal and very direct. Finally, you get the confirmation screen. Once you click the checkbox to confirm, you can hit the send. I'm going to not send this one and go back and review the third option, which is to select one or more tags. When you select that option, the recipient criteria becomes very similar to what you saw on individual. You can drag whichever tags you wish to send and then click continue, enter the message, and finally continue to confirm your selections. That is the extent of the CMS at this moment. There is one final section, which is the portal users, and that is simply the actual users who can use the CMS that can be managed through here.